I know you don't have a top group or a list of finalists, but I definitely want to discuss some schools that I know you have genuine interest in, and guys that have been the major players in your recruitment as you get closer to a final decision. Kind of going to look at about 7 schools, but we'll start with Notre Dame. Kind of what is it about the Fighting Irish that has you so high on them?
Just the people that make up the school, the football program. I can start off with Coach Taylor. My relationship with Coach Taylor has just increasingly gotten better, since I met him. And just how much, he cares about my family and I, the amount of respect that he's shown towards us throughout the whole process. And then just the relationships that I have with everyone. I talk to, players daily. I'm FaceTiming, Drew Pine, and then, also Blake Fisher, Tyler Buckner. I'm talking to those guys every day, and, they're starting to become, easily some of my best friends. And then really just the place, as I said, the blend of academics and football. I think that it can easily be argued it's easily one of the best in the nation, to be able to go out there on Saturdays, perform on the football field, and then have a very rigorous schedule throughout the week, but be able to come out there with a degree you can lean back on.
Let's take a look at Clemson. What has the Tigers as a major player in this race?
I think it kind of goes with the same, just the people, Coach Sweeney, just the type of person he is, how he's changed that whole, place around, the culture that he presents there. It's second to none. And then I think a big part for me with Clemson is distance, being able to, have my parents come and watch me, my grandparents, everything like that. And then just, the weather, compared to Notre Dame, which, I love cold, to be honest, and playoffs here, it gets down to mid-20s, and I'm enjoying it because I can see the defenders not wanting to tackle me as much as they would in August. I'd say those are the really a couple of things that make them a factor.
North Carolina State's the one that means a lot to you and your family, no question. A lot of family ties there. What has the Wolfpack as a legitimate contender at this point?
Yeah, I think with everything that has kind of happened with Coach Kitchens and them parting ways, that was really my closest relationship. But Coach Roper, Coach Beck, they've come in, they've done a great job. I've been speaking with them weekly, just kind of how I can see myself in that offense. Knowing I could go in there, make an impact early, be really close to home, have all of my family support, and be able to also just get a great degree.
I know the Tar Heels have been a hot team on the recruiting trail. I know you've seen it. I know you're close with quarterback Drake May. They've been all over the place in 2021 and one of the top recruiting programs in the country. But what is it you like about North Carolina?
Yeah, I'd be playing with all my boys from North Carolina. There's just a countless number. What Coach Brown has done. In the recruiting trail this year is, absurd. I think it'll easily go down in the history books, in North Carolina. But, the relationship I have with Coach Gillespie as well is awesome. And the whole coaching staff, they're going out of their way to, make sure that, I'm good, my family's good, always checking up on me, and that stuff means a lot. And it's also close to home. So.
Stanford was identified real early as a school that would be tough to beat in your recruitment. What has you so high on the Cardinal as you get closer to his decision?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the prestigious reputation. The people that go there, they're great. And then you can obviously bring Christian McCaffrey into it. How successful he was at Stanford. That's another big part for me. Coach Shaw, just kind of how he's looked at. His reputation, being able to speak with him. Just the amount of respect that he's shown my family and I. Him and Coach Gould came all the way out to my state championship game last year, and just to come all the way across the country for that. I think that was another thing that really stuck out to me, and kind of showed me how much they care.
Some don't mention them enough, but I know Northwestern is a school that you've liked for a long time. Can you kind of go into detail about the Wildcats?
Oh yeah, Coach Fitz is one of my favorite head coaches, just because just kind of how he thinks, how he does things in the recruiting process. I've been FaceTiming Coach Fitz for a year and a half, and I can't say that with anyone else. I've only started FaceTiming some coaches in the past couple of weeks because of the coronavirus. But just how person to person he is, and how much he really cares outside of football. That's one thing that has stuck out to me. And then just the advantages on the academic side of things there. Kind of the connections to the real world being so close to Chicago, and football coach Lou, he is an absolute guru at the running back position, so that sparks my interest as well.
I remember you telling me that Duke sent essentially the entire staff to your school to make it known how badly the Blue Devils want to land you. Yeah. So on the flip side, what has you so interested in Duke?
Just the family atmosphere, the family environment. I've been going to Duke. They were my first offer. I've been going to Duke for 3 years now, and they never fail to just make my family and I leave that place and think about it better than we went there. And just all the coaches. I can start off with Coach Troop at wide receiver, Coach Boyette running back. I have just so many relationships there. And it's not just relationships being because of recruiting. It's them actually really genuinely caring, and that means a lot. And then Coach Cut, he's one of the most respected coaches, and I think I didn't know why before my recruiting process, and now I do. He's just such an awesome person, such a great coach, and what he's done to that program is nothing short of unbelievable.